Welcome to Revolutionary Motion, where we show you tennis from a different perspective. Today we're going to show you guys 3 exercises you can do during your practices, before your practices, or after your practices to work on ball control. So the first exercise we're going to do, we're just going to play the ball back and forth, but we're going to catch the ball with our racket so it never bounces on the floor. So all we're trying to do is throw the ball to each other in a nice way and catching it with our rackets. Now when that becomes easy, right, which for some people it doesn't take as long as for others, and that's totally fine, you would back up a little bit and throw the ball a little bit further. And if that's too easy as well, then maybe throw it a little bit higher. So then you can see where your limits are for ball control, and you're really going to focus on trying to make sure to keep the ball under control perfectly, and over time hopefully catch it in a way that it lands in the middle of your racket and doesn't bounce to the edges of your racket. Now the second exercise we're going to do is very easy as well. We're going to play points. However, you don't get a point the conventional way of making your opponent miss or hitting a winner. You only get a point when you manage to hit a ball that bounces on top of the net and goes over to the other side. So as you can see, we're going to be very close to the net, and we're trying to hit the ball as softly as possible to make it somehow touch the net in the process. So as you can see here, Kata missed this shot, but that's no problem because it doesn't count for anything. So you're just trying to go just like that, as short as you can. So now it would be 1-0 for Kata, and now I have to try to get the ball over the net the same exact way to make sure that I can tie. Like that. So now it's 1-1. So now you would want to play maybe up to 5 or up to 7, depending on how long it takes you to do this. Obviously, this is a very simple exercise because you're so close to each other, but it's also really difficult because you're trying to hit the ball so softly. Now, our third exercise that we're going to do is we're going to play out points only in the doubles alley. So it's really important here that you're not hitting very hard, and we're still going to stay close to the net, but we're trying to make sure that we keep control over the shot and don't miss it outside of the doubles alley in the process. Now you can see that we're positioning ourselves between 9 and 12 feet away from the net, and now we're going to try to play out the point with very soft shots. You can do it on the forehand, on the backhand, whatever you want. The bottom line is just that if you miss the ball just like this, it's 1-0 for Kata. So we can keep playing, and you're trying to keep the ball inside the doubles alleys as often as possible. Obviously, there are different variations to this game. You could also play a version in which you count together as a team, and you're counting every single time you put the ball into the doubles alley as a successful attempt, and you're counting up to a number like 50 or 100 depending on your skill level. Now obviously this doesn't seem very difficult either when we do it, but believe me, when you as a maybe 3-5, 4-0 level player do this, it's not going to be as easy to keep the ball consistently inside the court. It's just that we obviously have played a lot more tennis than most people, and that's why for us this is a pretty simple task, especially from this distance to the net. Now, obviously all 3 of these exercises don't seem very hard, but if you invest enough time in it, you will understand that there's a lot more to feeling the tennis ball on the racket, and it will help you to develop a stronger baseline game as well. Not only the touch shots. Obviously drop shots are also going to become easier, but you will feel a huge difference on forehands and backhands, and you will see that this helps you to understand how the impact on the racket happens, how it feels, and you will have a much easier time adding spin to your shots and still keeping them under control.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.